of the hour. Got a few other things I want to get to first. One important thing, we've talked about the voter guide, and I encourage you, I challenge you, I urge you to go to afaaction.net, afaaction.net. This is the premier voter guide in the nation. It's the one-stop shop, no matter where you live, no matter what your zip code is. This is the premier voter guide in the land. Go to afaaction.net. Boom, it'll pop right up. You put your address or your zip code in there, and boom, right away pops up the information that you need about the candidates they're running where you live. So this is critically important. We've got apps now that are being developed for the iPhone. I've got one on my iPhone. You got it for the Android. In fact, we're working on a way that you can, in fact, I think we're at that point where you can actually take your smartphone with you into the polling place on November 6th. With your app for your smartphone, you can walk into the polling place with the information in the palm of your hand that gives you all the information you need to know about how to vote. Now, these candidates have been evaluated based on the values that matter to us: religious liberty, constitutionalist judges, sanctity of life, marriage between one man and one woman, free enterprise, strong national defense, Judeo-Christian values. All these things are the criteria by which we have evaluated these candidates, and it's found on one-stop shop, afaaction.net. You can go to the App Store for your iPhone, your Android, or the iPad. Just put AFA Action in there, and the app will pop right up. And by the way, also want to alert you to the fact that we are going to have the premier election night coverage for values voters. This will be the premier place right here, AFR Talk, this network, be the primary place for values voters to go on election night for up-to-the-minute coverage about this incredibly important election that we are facing. Tim Wildman, who's the president of AFA, is going to host this. Sandy Rios will be hosting along with him. Others are going to be alongside to help. I'll be there. Dan Celia will be there. Crane Durham will be there. Fred Jackson, who is our news director, will be there. Buster Wilson, who's the general manager of our talk networks. We'll have guest appearances from people like Don Wildman, the founder of the American Family Association, Tony Perkins of FRC, Bishop Harry Jackson, Dr. Robert Jeffress from First Baptist Church, Dallas, David Jeremiah, you're familiar with him, David Barton, and others will be on this program. To David Barton, I think we're going to be able to snag a little bit of his time. He's going to be on with Glenn Beck doing election coverage on Glenn Beck's program, but we should be able to tap David Barton's observations and expertise over the course of the evening. So that is going to be at 6 p.m. Central starting on election night, November 6th. In fact, the app we're developing for the iPhone and the Android will allow you to watch our election night coverage. There's a lot of different ways you can access our election night coverage. You can do it on the radio network. You can go to our video and audio streaming options. There's ways you can hook up your iPad with the app to your television and watch it. So we encourage you, you can use the other sources you typically use for election night coverage. That's fine, but keep us on your computer, on your iPad, on your iPhone, so you can, in fact, turn the sound down on your television and listen to the election night coverage that you're going to get right here on AFR. It is going to be the premier stop for election night coverage. Trust me on this great lineup we've got set up for you, afaaction.net. Now, Rob, if we can, let's shift gears one more time, grab a third segment out of this